Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how I built my house with no loans from the bank, and just money that I receive from my paycheck every week. I didn't go down and I didn't ask family or friends for money. I did sell this camper right here, and I sold a car, a few things I had around the house. And what I did, I decided I was going to build me a house, and I did it. I started off with digging my footings right here. This picture a little bit dark. We'll get to a lighter one here in a minute. Right here. Here's the old trailer house I was living in. I get like a 72 model trailer. See, I started building my forms here. I dug out about 2 foot deep. Put my rebar and stuff in there. And I started out with about $600 in the bank. And pretty much out of debt. I had a little bit of debt, not much. But I got all this dug out all the way down. See, I built the house one half at a time, like I would a double wide trailer. What I did, I got double wide trailer plans. All this is the wet side. It got all the plumbing in it, and the other side just has, we'll get to that here shortly, but it's the dry side. It has a living room and a bedroom. Yeah, 2 bedrooms, a master bathroom on one side and a small bedroom on the other, a living room in the middle. But anyway, this wet side here, I built that, and I figured I could move into this after I got that done, move the trailer out of the way, and then build the other half. So here's where the rebar is going in. This little pad right over here made a good spot for my sand pile when I got ready to do the block. See, here's another little spot right here for your center pylon, for your bricks to set and your beams to go across the house. And I poured all this concrete here going into the garage here. This the other part going over to the house footing here. See, I had just barely enough room to get in here and get all this done. Get all that dug out. Here's the concrete's poured. I'm starting to do my brickwork. See, I paid for the concrete with one paycheck. It was like $600. Of course, you're thinking this is back in 2001. So things was a whole lot cheaper back then. I think these blocks here was like $1.25 a piece, something like that. I had them brought in from a lumber yard here, just a few blocks down. Brought me a few pallets of them. After I let a couple weeks go by and buy some block, start putting that in, and that took me a couple weeks to get all that built. So after I got all the block put in, I put them up 3 high. See, there's 3 pallets of 4 pallets probably. There's another pallet right there. 4 pallets of blocks. There's the forms I pulled off. You can see I put some blocks around here, and there's my sand pile right there to mix my mortar with for my block. And it's the first time I ever laid block. It turned out really nice. There's my top seal plate going around. See, this is probably, I started this in summer 2000, and I had to get it done, dried in by the fall. Okay, you can see right through here where the beam goes. Big 2x12 beams go through here. And this is for one side of the house, and this is for the other side of the house. So I went ahead and put all black plastic all up under here. And anytime you crawl into the house, there was leaves, and it's not real clean, but it's spider webs and everything else under there, but it's certainly a lot better than dirt floor. Anyway, we'll go to the next picture. There's my seal plate. I put little vents in here too. Okay, here's put in 2x6s. This is like a couple weeks later. Got all this put in, starting to rough in my plumbing here. I did all copper. I had a bathroom down here on this end, a washroom down on this end, the kitchen down on this end, right down in here. So it's just pretty much all right in this corner here was the plumbing. See, I got a bathroom down here, another bathroom right here. But after I got the plumbing all roughed in, then I put on the decking. A bathtub sits right in here. Here's crawl space under here. See, I believe this is 40 foot by, I'm not real sure about this side over here. So it's whatever the legal size is on a double wide trailer. So it's probably 14, 15 foot across there. Something like that. I'd have to measure it. But there I got, must be a trailer load of lumber there. And I did all this while working a 40-hour job. Yeah, there's my wood there, and I get ready to start putting the decking down. You see the copper lines goes right down into here. Here's the deckings all down. Getting ready to start building the walls. Built them out of 2x6s. Nice and thick. And see, this is probably maybe 2 months later. This a paycheck. This a paycheck. That's a paycheck. Decking's a paycheck. The plumbing's a paycheck. Just invest your paychecks as you make your money. That's the way I did it. All this is paid for. That's the best way to build a house without having to go to the bank and get a loan and pay on it for 20 years. Yes, it's a lot of work. Okay, here's the walls up. The roof up. Starting to look like something now. Got it braced over here to a tree. Okay, the inside there, I did a cathedral ceiling here. Raised ceiling, it's This over here is a little bedroom down on this end. Right in here is the kitchen area. Right in here is the dining area. Yeah, right where this window is the dining area. And I used it for the living room before I built the other side. Okay, here's where you can see the cathedral. There's rafters there that you see. You got this much space for insulation. Kind of really goes narrow down here. Building all this out of 2x6 really, you get that real heavy insulation put in there. But I covered this whole back wall right here with plywood, then cover it with black plastic. You'll see that here in the later pictures here. You see, here's where I'm coming out here on the wall here. It stops right here. Here's that big old beam in there. That's probably half a paycheck right there. Because I think that's 2 on this side and then 2 on this side that this side is laying on. So I got this side in for this side right here that's coming in. Floor joists will sit right in here. So right in here, I'll point out, got this beam across right here, and your weight coming down off it. That's why you gotta have these pier pads right here for this weight to come across and come down right to ground on both sides here for your opening here. Okay, we go to the next picture. Okay, the next set of pictures we got, this is where I'm starting to build into the kitchen here. Putting in your walls. See this wall over here this is where the opening is right here. This back room back here is a bedroom back here, and then there's a bathroom in behind this wall. Here's where I'm starting to put in the kitchen. Got skylights and can lights and all that in it. And on my cabinets, when I put them in, I put plywood on the wall anywhere a cabinet would go. That way you could stick 4 screws in each corner and you'd know you'd hit something. Screw here, there and there, and you'd know you hit something. You don't have to line it up for your, so you'd be lining up with your studs here, right through here, right through here. You would know you have something. It wouldn't fall off the wall. So that's what I did on the cabinets. This is where the kitchen's going in. The sink base that actually goes over here. Drawer units. All my upper cabinets not built yet. Yeah, that was a big project also. And while I was working at a cabinet manufacturing company while I was building the house. So that was kind of got a little bit of discount on my cabinets. Some of these cabinets on the bottom ones I got like at a cabinet sale. I had to wind up buying all my top cabinets new because it's hard to get the sizes that I needed. But I did have a stove here and a microwave above the stove. I don't know if it showed that in any pictures, but yeah, here we go. The stove goes right here and the microwave goes above it. Yeah, it's starting to come together there. Okay, by the time we get to this point right here, it's probably well into fall. I would say it'd probably be in around October, maybe even November. So I had to get it done, because what I did, I sold the trailer house, this old trailer house right here, and I had to have it done within a year. See, here's how I moved. I moved from trailer house over here to this house. Washer and dryer. I didn't have a whole lot whenever I had this trailer. Moved the washer and dryer over, some bedding and stuff like that, dishes, but I just made me a little ramp across here and moved across. See the black plastic on the sides here. There's some block I got held up with, and yeah, I had to get that trailer out of the way so I could start on the second side. Here's the back side of the house. You can see the skylights in the, this one's in the master bathroom, this one's in the kitchen here. My vents on top there. I started out with a gas water heater, and I wound up going back to electric. Here's my electric service way over here. Here's the garage here. Well, since I took this picture, I've painted everything white. I painted the house and the garage, everything white. And also built in between the two garage, the garage and the house. I built onto that. This little back porch right here. So it's all connected now. Yep, just take one paycheck at a time, as long as you don't have a whole lot of bills. Like all this siding out here, that could be another paycheck. Windows, that could be another paycheck. Just constantly invest in your house. Instead of making payments on your house, just go down and buy anything you need on it. Okay, this is the way I did this. This is the, you can see about right in here's the opening here. Here's where I started digging for the second side right here. Trailer house is gone. Digging all this out, putting my rebar in there. And I just bring this wall all the way around here. And I put my black plastic in here. Yeah, I dug that down 2 foot. Dig it all out by hand. Right there's determination. I'll tell you what, when I started this project, I spent the first 6 months on this thing right here saying, what have I got myself into? Because I knew once the walls go up, there was no turning back. Yeah, I knew I had a long ways to go, and I was pretty much the only one working on it too. My stepdad, he'd come out and help me do shingles and stuff like that, and my neighbor over here, he'd He helped me set this big old beam up here in the top. Yeah, he helped me set that. Here's the concrete poured. And then I'll start laying block on this side. Get the forms pulled off and start laying block. Okay, here's the kitchen inside. See the upper cabinets there. It's kind of a dark picture. I mean, got curtains and everything up, but I wish that picture would have been better than what it is. But maybe by the end of the video I'll snap some pictures of the kitchen before the end of the video. Show you what it turned out. Okay, this is my last set of videos. My last set of pictures, actually. This is the wall here. Okay, that'd be another paycheck. This would be about a year later. See, I've already been into this, already moved into here, gone through the winter. This could be the spring or even summertime. Actually, it might be later than that, because I had till springtime to get the trailer out. And then I dug the footing and the wall, so it could be late summer, midsummer, somewhere around in there. Anyway, I still had a long ways to go. I'll show you where I'm at here shortly. Okay, here's all the blocks done. See what my mom kept saying? They look like a half a trailer house, you know, like a half a house. I kept hearing half a house for I don't know how long. You can see that opening real good right there. Here's the doorway, bathroom back here, and this is the master bedroom here. Bedroom there, another bedroom on this end, living room in the middle. Okay, we'll carry on here. Here's the garage. Everything is looking good. Okay. This right here, I know exactly when this was. Sad to say, this was September 11th, 2021. This is 2021, what am I saying? September 11, 2001. So, when these walls was coming up, the towers was coming down. And I remember I took a week off during that time to get all this side here built. Took a week off. And I was supposed to be up here putting in the rafters on Tuesday, September 11th, and I couldn't get away from the TV watching all that going on. It was sad, everything that's going on in our country. But I built a little front porch on here. Got all my rafters and stuff right there. Yeah, that was a lot of work. But I tell you what, it was the best decision I've ever made as far as financially goes, because it really freed up. I couldn't imagine paying on this thing for 20 years. This is 2021, and I would just be getting it paid off if I would have went for a 20-year loan. This house is now 20 years old. I'd be just not getting it paid off. And I had it paid off when I built it. Here's the inside of the front part. This is the front door here. This is the living room side of it. Back here is another bedroom. That is my office now. This is actually where I'm sitting now, right in this back part. But you see the cathedral ceiling again. This is the master bedroom here. And one of them octagon windows goes right up in there. Front side of the house, I've got black shutters and all that on it now, all trimmed out. All this is all painted white. All this bottom part's all painted white. Got railing around the porch twice now. I've had little spindles on there and they rotted out, and I had to wind up putting black wrought iron on it, so I don't have to worry about painting it again. But we sure enjoy it, I'll tell you what. I'm living here for 20 years now and enjoy it every day without the payments. You can do it too. You just set your mind to it. Just one paycheck at a time. And you can even build a smaller house. And this one here is basically a double wide. And build something half that size and then build onto it again later. But I would suggest now if you wind up building the whole house at one time, I'm not sure you could do it. You'd almost have to do it the exact same way I done it. Build one half at a time in order, or you're gonna have to have $20,000 just to get it all dried in. Because that's the thing. Once you start going up with your floor, you don't want it to get wet. You got to get them sides up. You got to get that roof on, shingles on, get it dried in, because it'll sure mess up your floor if you don't. It'll warp it. Here's all trimmed out. Yeah, but it turned out nice. We sure enjoy it. It's not a real big house, but the only thing I had contracted on this house was a central heat and air. I did have a company came in and now I built a closet for the central heat and air unit, and it's built up on blocks so they could get up under there and put the ductwork in. See, there's your window there, little octagon window. But that's the only thing I had contracted out, and I think that was around $7,000. And I even waited a few years on that. I just heated with a little wall furnace, a little wall heater. And I did wind up cutting a little hole right here in the bedroom, right in there, for a little window unit, and that cooled my bedroom. And then behind, back side of the house, right where the dining room window is, be right here on the opposite side, and I put in a little window unit, a 110 unit. It kept the house cool, but I mean it sure wasn't. It kept it comfortable. It was okay until I got my central heat and air put in. But that's how I built my house, one paycheck at a time. So you can do it too if you set your mind to it. I mean, If I had to do it over again, I would probably do it the same way, because you just cannot afford to do it this way if you're gonna, unless you make a lot of money. I was making about $500 a week. Now, I'm not even sure I was making that much back in the. I might have been making about $400 a week. Of course, all your materials was quite a bit cheaper back then too. Yeah, I was working at Prestige Cabinets. They're no longer around. That's who I was working for at the time. And yeah, you got to be pretty much completely out of debt. And if you're paying rent, see, I didn't even have rent payments. That old trailer house, I had no payments on it either. Very little utilities. So if you're paying rent and trying to build a house too, I'm not sure. All your rent money's got to go in your house. You almost got to buy a little cheap trailer house or something, or a little motorhome, or a little camper trailer. Something you can pull in here on site, live on site while you're building. Be about the only way you can do it. Build one half at a time. So I thought I'd share this story with you, and put down in the comments if you're gonna try it, tackle it. If you got any questions, let me know. This is how I built my house, one paycheck at a time. Now I will add that I did buy all new appliances, and that's the only thing that I put on a credit card. I did have my old washer and dryer. I kept that. That wasn't real old. It was maybe 10 years old. And I did buy new refrigerator, new stove, overhead microwave, and a dishwasher. I did buy all that and put it on a credit card. So it probably took me another year to get that paid off. And that was my house payment. I was just paying on my appliances, and that was it. So I guess I'm gonna wrap up this video, and maybe you can do the same thing. So thanks for watching.